Hi folks, in this week's tech tip I wanted to take you through how to protect a Google Sheet or a range within a Google Sheet, and that essentially means that we lock either a whole sheet or portions of a sheet to stop other people from being able to edit the contents of the cells. Particularly for those of you who create sheets to track or gather data, this might be really useful because it allows you to put some data in that you want people to be able to see all the time and not be able to edit, but leave open other cells that you want people to enter the data into. And it's really quite straightforward. So if you go up to the data tab up here, you'll see if you go down to protect sheets and ranges, open this, we get a little kind of menu here that allows us to choose how we want to actually protect the sheet. And the option that we can choose is either a range or a sheet. Now I'll start with a sheet because that's the kind of, I guess, the nuclear option. That's just saying like you can't edit anything in this. So if we go there, you'll see we get a drop down, and that drop down simply allows us to identify one of the sheets that is part of this document. So in my case, it's this one here that I want to lock. You'll also see that we can actually accept certain cells within that sheet from being protected, but I'm not bothered about that, so I'm just going to leave that. And then all we need to do now is hit set permissions. Now, after that, we can select whether it's only me, the user, the person who's creating the permissions, who can edit, or whether there are other people who can as well. So if you go to custom, you can enter a list of other editors who will be able to make changes to those protected sheets. Now, if we're happy with that and we're done, what you'll see is we've now got that in here in our protect sheets and ranges. And if we want to find that again, we simply go to data, protect sheets and ranges, and we can see that we can open that up. We can change it. We can delete that protection quite easily so that it's all undoable, it's all changeable, so we could go in here and remove somebody's access or add somebody else's access and so on. Now, if I wanted to just do it for a specific range of sheets, if I go into this particular example, I'll just close that off to show you from the start again. If I wanted to be able to lock this data and this data, but allow people to still edit anywhere else in the sheet, I can just go to protect sheets and ranges, and this time range, if I have selected the range already, that will show up in the range that's being protected. So I can just hit set permissions, choose who I want to be able to edit it. Now, you can't, the only kind of weird thing is that you can't do it by doing a multiple selection. So if you select a couple of different separate ranges that are not joined, you can't do it all in one go. You seem to have to do that individually. So we wanted that range, we want another range added here. So this time I'm going to hit the wee select button. I'm going to select that range there. So that should allow me to have both of those locked for editing. And so if we go over to an alternative user who's accessing the same sheet, we'll just refresh that. We should find that that user now should be unable to change the data in those. So it says you're trying to edit a protected cell or object, please contact the spreadsheet owner to remove protection. And then here we should still be able to type data there or there, but we can't change these protected ranges of cells. So hopefully you found that useful. If you've got any queries, just drop us a line.